Then do we hop in through the well? Maybe. But we got some wraiths to fight first. Can you just like wait till we get the urn down, please? That would be appreciated. That would be much appreciated. The other one dead? Think so? Think so. Based on how we just looted it? Yeah, I think so. Okay. So yeah, like, oh, of course there are more, though, right? Alright. Oh, really? Didn't have to do that. Welcome to the Urden. Population 2. Well, this really looked like a well. It is not a well. Confirmed. No well present. Alright. Here's your creepy building that we'll go into. This is where we're looking for. Okay, let's save. Apparently we have the key. Probably picked that up back when we first got this quest. That's ominous lighting. Didn't really help. Yeah, obviously there are going to be more wraiths down here as well. Hello? Shall we preemptively Yurden? Perhaps? Roach is directly on top of us. Hey, Roach! Oh! It's a boss. The Cursed Mother. It is hard to see you, Cursed Mother. But you do appear to be a Night Wraith. Let us make a point of throwing on, say, a Spectre Oil. That would probably help us right around now. We also may want to repair a Silver Sword. It's okay. We should be fine. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You know, we're encumbered and whatnot, but... It's practically dead already. No big deal. That was... You know, that didn't sound good, though. Got a bunch of fake Cursed Mothers? Is that what this is? What we're doing here? Would the real Cursed Mother please stand up? I believe it's you. Oh, okay. Do I need to have you in a Yurden to actually hurt you? Probably. Come hither. Come hither, child. There we go. You're not so bad after all. Okay. So, boss down. Maybe now we throw on a cat potion real quick. Is that a cat potion right there that we have equipped? No, it's the white honey. That's the opposite. That's the opposite of everything, really. Here it is. Okay. Let's use you and see what we have here. I think we've read that before. Yeah, we have. What else, though? Are Yurden going away? Ooh. Gold ruby ring? Sure. New moon boots? Yeah, we've seen some of those. I'm assuming there's something big here. Yeah, that's presumably the big thing we're looking for. But let's loot everything else first. Then we'll finish on the red stuff to conclude. Anything else here? Anything particularly valuable in these chests, say? Like sapphire? Ideally a full one. That'd be lovely if, you know, you could, like, give us a full one. Gold ruby ring, though. We'll settle for that, I suppose. That works, too. We can live with that. Ask and you shall receive, though, apparently. There it is. Alright, now this is, I think, the only thing we have left. And based on how it's glowing red, presumably the primary thing we're looking for here. Yazbog Runestone, Florin's Art Skellig, Gildorf Sword. What is this note? Farewell note. I've not left. Not a blooming thing. All I can do now is pass on my family's tale of horror and woe, and pass on myself. Soon as I've written it all in this letter. It seems a faded dream now. There were a time when we were happy. My beautiful wife, Ornesta, and myself. We were married in high style, with a fitting feast. Then a year later, our dear old Mildburga was born. Folk praised the wean's beauty, said she were the spitting image of her mum. Ornesta'd get all cross when they talked to her like that, but I paid it no heed at the time. Soon enough, our family grew. First, Matilda, then Ethel came into the world, both fair as angels. But Ornesta, well, I'll never forget the eve she sat there, combing her long chestnut hair, while the girls cried and cried. I said to her, "Love, I reckon the lasses are hungry." That's when she lashed out at me for the first time. Said they'd no right to be hungry. They'd stolen her beauty and her youth. That should be more than enough to feed on. I should have known it then. I should have guessed madness had burrowed into my love's head. And every compliment paid to her lass's beauty made it burrow even deeper. Year by year, the young'uns grew taller and more lovely. But time's not so kind to the old, and Ornesta weren't spared its cruelty, which took her skin's spring and its sheen of youth. One night, I was awoken by a startling moon, which lit all the world in an eerie glow. I looked around the hut and saw it was empty. I ran out the door and followed a set of bare footprints, leading to the cemetery by the chapel. Seeing that, my heart jumped into my throat. I found them, all three, lying around the fountain. Were I not been their father, I'd never have recognized them. Deep gashes mutilated their fair faces. Strips of skin and hunks of flesh were strewn all about. As I stood beholding this butchery, I had the feeling someone was watching me, and I weren't mistaken. Ornesta stood there on a stool by a lone tree. Had a rope draped round her neck like some demonic necklace. "They took it from me. All of it. All I had. All I cherished," she said. And she jumped. She's dead. My Ornesta. My 3 daughters. Dead as well. I'll soon join them. I've taken all I have and given it to the gods. Perhaps they'll forgive me and my beloved Ornesta. Well, I'm afraid that's you. The ghost we just fought? Probably Ornesta. Now, I didn't see your daughters, but they were probably, like, out there and whatnot. Now, we did see that there was that opening, kinda, sorta, over here where we could see through. But apparently, that's just, that doesn't actually matter at all. We just head back up, I guess. That was weird. I don't know what that was all about. Geralt trip? I think he might have just tripped over that stone. Something like that. But I think we're done down here. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Shield your eyes. Shield your eyes. Oh, we do have it active, don't we? Do the white honey here. There we go. Yes. They're the children. Or at least what remains of them. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Lovely. Just lovely, isn't it? Hey, Roach. Let's get out of here. Maybe? Let's not linger too long, I don't think. Just a feeling I got is all. Okay, and well, actually, hold on. We check our map here. I think now is probably a good time for us to sell our stuffs, because we are certainly still encumbered. We could go to the rune right. I'm not sure we have. We could upgrade our gear now, of course, yes. But we've done a little bit of that, and I think I'd like to get one more upgrade first. Basically, like, do another round of upgrades on our gear before we spend a bunch of money on the rune right, because especially now when
we shall see what comes of this new
Oh, what's up, Damage Control Block? Thanks for the raid. How's it going? We're playing some Witcher 3 here. And, I was thinking we just head to town to sell some of our stuffs, because we're still encumbered. Let's do that. We've been encumbered for a while. It feels like that's overdue at this stage. Let's make some monies in the process, because we did pay a lot of money for a silly hat. Actually, do we have that hat? Do we still have that silly hat? Because if so, I would like to wear said silly hat. We do. We absolutely do. Really? Really? I don't know if I want to wear the ears anymore. Come to think of it. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Not entirely sure, but just something about him makes me feel like maybe not. Maybe not. We may or may not have spent 5% of all of our coins for that. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, well anyways, let's head back to the city. And let's sell many of the weapons and armor we picked up recently. Because there's a lot of it. We don't like the ears? You know, I liked them until I read the name. Also, we shouldn't be walking around with that sword drawn. I'm surprised those guards not get mad at us more quickly. But yeah, I was perfectly alright with it until I read the name. Then I started to have more questions. Then I started to feel significantly more conflicted about them. Let's sell some books. Now, that's not going to help us reduce the weight of our inventory at all, but I feel like every time we're by this guy, he's one of the few people who will actually buy books from us. So, why not make a little bit of monies off of him? And our 13 copies of the Wonders of Zerrikania, and 9 copies of the Lands of the North Velen, and our 3 copies of the Slaughter of Sintra. Well, this guy's actually got, I feel like he has more money this time than he usually has. I feel like usually we're only able to sell a few copies of these books and then he goes broke. But perhaps not this time. Perhaps this time we can go a little bit more aggressively and sell other things we have a bazillion copies of, like Brother Aldebert's Bestiary. Which is unfortunately not worth much. That was worth a lot, whatever that was. I didn't read it, but all these guys. Yeah, is it just me, or is this guy suddenly loaded? Feels like he is. Because we are getting rid of most of our books here. Not normally something that we've been able to do. If we had been able to do this previously, then we would have run out of books much more quickly, right? So I'm a little surprised by all that. But now, after this one here, he's basically broke. So we should be good. We've made him broke. We've succeeded at our primary task.
Farewell.
We have climbed on his books just to further shame him and his establishment. The primary person we're here to visit is, of course, the actual armorer, the person we can sell our weapons and armor to, and then we'll actually no longer be encumbered.
I don't pay taxes just to have
You know, if they were actually named Donkey Ears, I probably wouldn't have an issue with it. But if you name them that, then I feel like then you're just clearly trying to make a fool out of us even more. He was already silly enough without the name. I feel like the name just takes it a step too far, perhaps.
Show me what you have in stock.
Okay, so let's sell... Oh, this was actually a decent sword. Potentially worth holding on to. We could sell... could sell them for 1 coin. So if we did the math, 5% of what was probably at the time, I don't know, yeah, like 55,000-ish. You know, it was like... It was pretty expensive. It's a pretty expensive mask. Set of ears. At that. So, yeah, it's a little painful. A little painful. We want to keep the wooden sword just for the sake of having a memey wooden sword. I think we might have actually held on to the one that we had from a previous quest. Like, obviously, damage-wise, it's absolutely atrocious. It's a 10th at best, not even a 10th, like an 11th of the damage that we have on our existing sword. So definitely not going to use it for practical purposes, but if ever we found ourselves wanting to have, well, a wooden sword, then that's it. Then the new moon armor. Ooh. Yeah. I was saying previously, this stuff is actually, it looks pretty good to me. And this is perhaps worth throwing on, even. I know we did stash some of this type of armor previously. I don't recall what level that was, if that was 36 or maybe a little bit lower. Let's hold on to that just in case. Sell the lower rarity version of it. Sell that. Sell you. Sell you. And you. Definitely you. You're the heaviest thing we have in our inventory right now. But we might keep the ornate robe. I feel like we should definitely keep that. Oh, the merchant is broke. You cannot... We would sell this for 51 coins, and the merchant has 50 coins. Darn. Just missed it. But I think we saved this robe in order to commemorate the times that we had. The splendid times that we had hanging out with our friend Vladimir at the wedding.
So long.
Okay, and actually, what did that leave us with from a coin standpoint? We're not quite back at 60,000 yet, but we are close. We are very close now. And I remember I always, immediately after trying to sell things to the armor, I always try to sell our furs. And one of these guys will not take them. It might be this guy.
What have you got there?
Are you the guy who's going to disappoint me? You may be. Oh? What is this? Oh, we did see this from 15% bonus gold. Wow. That's a lot. Are there other trophies that have just 5%? That's a ton. We should equip that. Hold on.
So long.
We should use that. That sounds pretty awesome. I'll take 15% additional gold. Replace our 5% bonus experience from humans and non-humans? Yeah, we'll take it. I think we'll take it. We also have this old saddle that's probably worth dumping as well. But why don't we actually... Let's go up to the tavern over here. Might actually be a better place to sell our miscellaneous items. Where are you? Well, hello to you as well.
How can I be of service?
That is the most powerful trophy? Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely keep it
What are
then.
you serving today?
We'll have it equipped, for that matter. Okay, so... Let's sell this not-so-great saddle. Then, what did we have? We had, like, some furs that we wanted to dump, I think, as well. Still have a bunch of jewelry. We have, you know, like an elf head. The usual, really. How much money does this guy have? He has a ton. He's loaded now. Probably not going to have enough stuff to sell to him to fully take advantage of that, unless if we sell all our fine jewelry. In which case he might not be able to afford all that, but just sell our junk here, basically. Make a little bit more space in our inventory. Because, yeah, the more of this jewelry we pick up, the heavier it becomes. At this point, it's actually becoming... I mean, I've jokingly said it a bit before, but it is becoming a non-zero amount of weight. Perhaps a small factor weighing us down.
See you later.
We aren't encumbered anymore, though, so at least short term, we're definitely fine. Let's see. And at this rate, we have the main quest. Free Spirit's not going to happen. That's all completed, so no treasure hunts. I think we just head back to Olgierd and let him know that we've done a whole bunch of stuff for him and see what he has to say about that. Let's give it a shot. Elf head, halfling ear, the pig trophy that we just put on, you know, the usual. Nothing out of the ordinary, really. Okay, so let's head over and pay a visit to our friend Olgierd.
Mark of a dangerous guild you wear.
Long live.
Wait, what? Did that guy just comment on the mark we have on our head?
We'll deal
Random
with
NPC
riches,
did?
then we'll-
Or am I reading too much into that? I don't know. Alright, let's save before we do this. Just in case.
How much?
And let's see what he has to say. Where'd you go? Over here?
I'll wait for him to drop.
We've got news for you, buddy.
I'm all ears, Witcher.
Yeah, where does Geralt keep the head? Does he just keep a rotting elf head and ear in his backpack? Because that's pretty nasty. It's about as nasty as it gets. And we've had it for several days at this point. It's gotta be pretty darn stinky at this point. But anyways, we have successfully had quite a night with Vladimir, partying it up at the wedding.
Sends his love.
You spoke to him. Impossible.
Did more than that. Fulfilled your wish. And talked to him extensively. Curious what he had to say?
Perhaps.
Fulfilled your wish. Your dead brother had himself one more day like those of old.
Very easy to say. But have you got any proof?
We actually do.
Vladimir's hand is unmistakable.
I mean, technically it was Geralt's hand. But Vladimir's handwriting, I'll give you that.
Need something else?
Okay, so we have completed the first 2 tasks for Olgierd, but he said, I'll tell you the first 2 things, and then once you've completed those, only then will I tell you the third and final thing that I need you to do. So, now that we have done those first 2, tell us about what you were saving for your dramatic final request.
Third wish. Time you stated it.
A moment, Geralt. I will say to something. Then we'll chat. You there.
Hmm?
Yank the herring out the barrel.
Is that a code word? I think that's a code word. Or are you quite literally yanking a herring out of the barrel? And listening for said herring? Oh, there's a person in there. Hey, pleasure to meet you.
This dallying.
He's definitely seen better days.
Ready to listen? Or do you still not give 2 shites about what I've got to say?
I'm ready. I'm listening.
Good. You'll return to your lord and tell him as follows. His demand was brazen. Hurt me to the core. For I was brought up to respect the sacred law of hospitality. And I shall not bend to an uncouth boor's dictum. Understood? I will pay him a visit shortly to test his willingness to adapt. So you ride off and announce me. And don't spare your horse. Got it?
Aye. Got it.
Give this man a mount and leave him go. Come, Witcher. Talk
Interesting.
outside.
That guy disrespected Olgierd.
Their theory believe one should only discuss important matters out of doors, with the gods as witnesses.
Okay. Yeah, say, just a random question, but how about, why the heck were you keeping a man in a barrel?
Barrel. What was that about?
On the way here, we stopped for nourishment at a tavern belonging to one Lord Dauntless. We enjoyed ourselves as one does at an inn, raucously. Our antics were not to the liking of this Dauntless. Sent a man to warn us that if we were ever to return, we would hang.
You burned the inn down?
I left
Maybe.
full compensation with the innkeep.
Yes, you did.
But
And
it
then he
seems
burned it
the
down.
rapscallion neglected to mention this to his lord. But that's of little import. What matters is someone called me a whoreson and threatened to kill me. It was one of those threats that sound like an invitation. I intend to accept it. Return to those parts.
Okay. So you're like, challenge accepted, basically. Hey, you are... I mean, on one hand, this guy... this guy is immortal. So, you can say you'll get what's coming to you one day. Then again, at least as things currently stand, don't really know how that happens to somebody who can't die.
Must have made quite a few enemies along the way. Maybe not today and not tomorrow, but someday someone will find a way to take you down.
And that should trouble me why? I feel no fear, no regrets. The wise men of Oxenford claim there are no gods. After death, there is only the void. I've known this void already. Death holds no surprises.
So we don't know how you became immortal. You say you've already known death, which is a little bit strange for someone who is immortal. You would think that, you know, you've never died, nor will you ever die. If anything, that is the one thing that is least familiar to you. But perhaps you died and then somehow came back from death, and in doing so, you somehow found a way to become immortal. I don't really know. Anyways, the third task. Let's talk about that.
Fulfilled 2 of your wishes. Time I learned the third.
Confident, aren't you? Proud, sure of your strengths. Fearless.
Third task, if you don't mind.
Mutations. They stripped you of emotion. Tell me, have you ever loved? I mean, truly loved?
Now that's a personal question. Your third wish now. What does this have to do with our ability or inability to love? Man. I mean, I would say yes, you know? We had that whole experience with Yen in which we had that Jin that we made a wish with a Jin, basically binding ourselves to Yennefer, and then there was that question of, okay, well, are we with her because we love her, or are we with her because there's this wish that is keeping us together? Then we undid the wish, we were still together, we still said, hey, we still feel like, you know, we still have feelings for one another, so I think it's fair to say, truthfully.
Yeah, I've loved. Can we get to the matter at hand?
Perhaps instead we ought to sit down inside. Have a good chat over some fiery water.
Did you not just say that we should talk outside because the Furies say that you should have all chats outside so that the gods will overhear you? I don't want to drink with you. I mean, this guy, we've learned that he and obviously his brother that we were just hanging out with are very much the drinking type. So I don't think this will go over well if we say, nah, no thanks. He'll take that personally. I think we say, once it's over, once the job's done.
We'll drink once the job's done.
Afraid that's impossible.
Hmm?
Succeed, and that's the end of me.
Oh.
Fail, and you'll not be back.
Oh.
Third wish. Still waiting to hear it.
Aye.
Something having to
You've
do
studied.
with removing his own mortality, I would think then, given that
Listen
description.
well. I had a wife once. The day I saw her last, I gave her a rose. A violet one. Bring me that bloom. Wouldn't mind reminding myself what it looks like.
When was that? How long's it been? Flowers wilted and turned to dust by now.
You wished to hear a wish. Now you have. Fulfill it. I ride now to visit this Dauntless, but one of my men will remain here. He'll know how to find me. That is, of course, should you succeed.
At least you could tell me where your wife is.
In my old manor, east of Martin Foy's farmstead.
So we are heading
Wish
back.
you Godspeed, but, well, you understand, I'm sure. Goodbye, Geralt.
Scenes from Marriage. Give it a quick read here. How exactly are we supposed to get the flower from who knows how long ago that he gave to his wife? With 2 wishes down and 1 more to go, Geralt reported back to Olgierd. There, he received his third and final task, which, following in the vein of its predecessors seemed nigh unto impossible to complete. Olgierd wanted Geralt to find and bring him the violet rose he had given his wife the last time he saw her. As this was many years ago, and flowers are not noted for their longevity, the rose had certainly disintegrated by now. Yet, since Geralt had grown used to finding the unfindable and doing the undoable, he nevertheless set out to try to recover this flower of yesteryear. And all we know is go to the estate and something presumably will happen there. Or at least we'll get more information that will make it, well, more straightforward as to how exactly we make that happen. Okay, let's see. So if we head on over, I assume, yeah, just same place. Fast travel to the estate. Sure. Okay. Now, previously we went to the crypt, and that's where we actually met up with Vladimir. But we were saying maybe on some future occasion we'd go in the actual rest of the estate. What is this? Hello? A thief? We should probably save, like, immediately. That's not where it's actually directing us for the quest. This is where it's directing us.
Rusty and covered in creepers. Need another way in.
Okay, fair enough. Now, let's see what this guy's on about.
Kendrick, you there?
Not so loud.
Ah! God, scared me after.
Not so loud, I said. Fog's not natural. Could be something in there hiding. Foglets or air nymphs, for example.
Air nymphs?
Don't want to
What?
attract them.
What is that?
Believe me.
Foglets. Oh, sweet mother Melitty, why'd I ever come here?
I don't know. Good question. What are you doing here? Also, who's Kendrick? Both of these feel like pertinent questions.
Good question.
I mean, your name
What are
is
you doing
Thief,
here?
so I think we know what your intentions are.
See, Kendrick and me, we thought Manor's been empty all these years, full of fine things going to rot.
So you're a thief.
Thieves steal from the living. What's the harm taking from the dead? Kendrick went to open the door. I stood watching.
Yeah.
Suddenly heard his lamp smash. Then nothing. Quiet. Called out to him, but
One moment, let me peer over there with our super spy glasses.
what was that? One of them foglets you spoke of?
No.
No, I don't think so.
That's the stone off my...
I'll see what that was and look for your partner. You?
Ain't about to wait around. I'm out of here.
Yeah, figured.
Pretty sprawling, this estate.
The dramatic fog
How
and
am I gonna find
lightning.
that rose in this fog?
Well, you know, you're not wrong, Geralt. You're not wrong. Let's see, what exactly is it saying we are supposed to do, though? Search for the partner of the thief you met. Not sure why we really need to do that, but okay. And then use our witcher senses to search the grounds for the Von Everett estate. A lovely rose here. Okay, well,
Fresh manure.
lovely. Maybe that's what Olgierd wants then. Probably not. Okay, so should we just speed our way straight over to all of the yellow circles, or...
Someone's still tending to the flower beds.
Ah,
No violet rose, though.
there is a cloud of smells for us to follow, which, well, oh, it's just those flowers and nothing else. Okay, that doesn't really help us. Same there.
A grave here.
Strange. Okay. Like, are there other things for us to loot here, or do we just beeline it straight over to those places where we have the yellow circles? What is this? Looks like an easel.
Woods rotted completely.
Okay. This looks elaborate. What do we have here? Golden mug. Some coins. Don't mind if I do. Ooh, okay, definitely something down there. Let's check this out. Beehives?
Beehives. Well maintained, but dormant.
Okay. Well maintained. Also, kind of strange. Okay. Our last circle would be... Well, actually, our primary destination apparently is up there, but let's try this last circle first. Cool. But we've already checked that. What do we have here? A fountain of some sort?
Water's ice cold. Mountain stream cold.
Okay. Not sure what to make of that.
Rather worn. Used often. Wonder by who.
Okay.
No violet rose here. Maybe somewhere out back.
We can talk to the black dog. Is that so now?
A grave here?
Also a weird place for a grave, but yeah, can we talk to this black dog? Excuse me?
What are you doing in a place like this? Best shoe before you get hurt.
Something's up with that dog. That's not a normal dog. I'm getting vibes. Anything else? I mean, this is a creepy place, right? What's this?
Rope looks new. Bucket's been repaired.
Huh. Yeah, some signs that despite this being...
Hut. Could it be?
Despite this being an abandoned place, that there are definitely signs that someone appears to still be tending to some of these things, like the well-maintained beehives. Door first before we go into the house? Okay. Or before we go behind the house? Make sure we do that then. What is this?
A busted lamp. And the ground's trampled. Somebody dragged something this way. A body?
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Follow the tracks on the ground. Oh, there they are.
Someone dragged a wounded man through here.
Okay. We examine this one as well, or do we just follow it? I think we just follow it? Yeah. Ooh, except this is examinable.
Prints from cleated boots, leading from the back of the garden.
Okay. Somewhere over here. Open the gate. Sure. Open sesame. Hello? That is a very creepy looking cat. Very creepy looking
Let's
cat.
scooch along, kitty. This place. What's that?
That's not a normal cat.
That. Digging.
That's not a normal cat. Let's save. Perfect for Catterday.
Lockpick. Must have been the other thieves.
Okay. Someone or something back here. There was that area that we were starting to check out on the other side. I don't know if that was worth checking out. Like, should we beeline it for this thing right here? Or should we just generally explore a little bit more beforehand? Like, the order of operations may matter here. That may be relevant. What is this? Just another one of those big blood stain things where they drag the body? Can't tell what that is from here. Can't tell by the sound. Maybe let's go straight here first, I suppose, and then we'll try exploring afterward. We can go back, but there's not much more. Yeah, there's definitely something happening there. Okay, let's go back, just to double check in that case. It just seemed like Garrett was making a comment about, can we hop this? I don't think we can hop this. Probably cannot hop that. Just seemed like Garrett was making a comment like, "Oh, could it be?" or something like that when we approached one of the buildings, and that seemed kind of strange. Made it sound like there was going to be something there. But maybe we just head in this direction, see what this is all about.